All right, so apparently an Apache helicopter was shot down near Iran, and not a lot of people understand the significance of what's happening because what they're going to say on the news and at face value is one thing, but there's something else happening behind the scenes. So we're going to go over that. We'll talk about some updates to Iran and just what Trump has mentioned and everything else in between. So let's get into it. All right, so this has been reported prior to Trump posting about this, and there was even a video of him answering a question after the Knicks game about it. But officially here he says, I have just been informed by our great military that last night the Iranians shot down one of our highly sophisticated Apache helicopters while patrolling over the Strait of Hormuz. There were 2 pilots involved. Both were safe and uninjured. Nevertheless, the United States must, of necessity, respond to this attack. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, again, that's what Trump has said. That is what's being projected on the media. But this is what the foreign minister of Iran had to say, Sayed Aragachi. Foreign forces in proximity to our territory are at constant risk on account of their own human errors, plane accidents, or potentially being caught in crossfire. To reduce risk, best solution is for them to leave. We prefer language of diplomacy, but speak other languages too. Now, what's interesting is that he's not going on this like superior Iran is strong, and if you attack us, we're going to attack you back and all that stuff, but rather he's mentioning human error. He's mentioning accidents, and he's being a little bit more passive, almost like it wasn't him or them that did it. So President Trump reposted U.S. CENTCOM's message here where it says U.S. Central Command CENTCOM forces began launching self-defense strikes against Iran at 5 p.m. Eastern Time today at the Commander-in-Chief's direction in response to yesterday's downing of a U.S. Army Apache helicopter. The mission is a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression. And that's crazy because President Trump also posted this video, which is from the West Wing out of an episode about proportional responses.
Scenario 1, or Pericles 1, to use its code name, sir.
What is the virtue of a proportional response?
I'm sorry?
What is the virtue of a proportional response? Why is it good? They hit an airplane, so we hit a transmitter, right? That's a proportional response.
Sir, in the case of Pericles 1...
They hit a barracks, we hit 2 transmitters.
That's roughly it, yes, sir.
This is what we do. I mean, this is what we do.
Yes, sir. It's what we do. It's what we've always done.
Well, if it's what we do, if it's what we've always done, don't they know we're going to do it?
Sir, if you turn your attention to Pericles 1.
I have turned my attention to Pericles 1. It's 2 ammo dumps, an abandoned railroad bridge, and a Syrian intelligence agency.
Those are 4 highly rated targets, sir.
But they know we're going to do that. They know we're going to do that. Those areas have been abandoned for 3 days now. We know that from the satellite, right? We have the intelligence.
Sir.
They did that, so we did this. It's the cost of doing business. It's been factored in, right?
Mr. President.
Am I right, or am I missing something here?
No, sir, you're right, sir.
Then I ask again, what is the virtue of a proportional response?
It isn't virtuous, Mr. President. It's all there is, sir.
It is not all there is.
Sir, Admiral Fitzwallace.
Excuse me, Leo. Pardon me, Mr. President. Just what else is there?
The disproportional response. Let the word ring forth from this time and this place, gentlemen. You kill an American, any American, we don't come back with a proportional response. We come back with total disaster.
So again, he's mentioning that he's going to have a disproportionate response or an aggressive, maybe posture, a sign or message to the deep state to say, hey, look out. And then he mentioned this just a little bit ago. Iran's military is a complete and total mess. Much of it, like their Navy and Air Force, doesn't even exist anymore. They have been completely defeated. Iran is all talk and no action. The bully of the Middle East is dead. They've taken too long to negotiate a deal that would have been great for them. Now they will have to pay the price. And then here, even the White House retruthing Trump's post here and emphasizing the bully of the Middle East is dead. Now, I believe that there's some kind of comms here. I haven't had a chance to really connect that just yet, but I did see that he mentioned that the fake news media, this is posted just a little bit after he posted the other one, the fake news media refuses to report how effective the U.S. naval blockade is, the most successful blockade in the history of naval warfare. Nothing gets through unless we want it to. It is a steel wall. Iran is doing zero business, not paying their military or any of their bills, and quickly becoming a failed nation. Lots of oil is getting out. Praise be to Allah. Now, again, he said that a few times here. That's interesting. Now, could that mean that he's referring to the news and the mainstream media? Because there's quite a few posts talking about that. 4148 says the news is dead. You are what matters now. Handle with care. The media conspiracy TV is dead. Shadow arm D. The creation of internet and connecting platforms is bringing about their downfall. Failure to control mainstream media is dead. Internet Bill of Rights. And then separately, 3786, globalism dead? And what's really interesting is that Dan Scavino Jr. posted this just last night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, which was the only easy day was yesterday. Now, many Anons, including Dean here, connected this to post 1030, where Q links a CBS News article about deadly Thunderbird crashes, marking the fourth military aircraft incident this week. Again, this is back on 2018, but it says, coincidence or silent war? Pray, night 2. Now, that's crazy timing because, again, this helicopter Apache incident or accident or being shot down, whatever it is this some kind of coincidence or is it some other war we don't know about? And Dean's comment here says that it's not a coincidence that Dan Scavino is using the phrase, the only easy day was yesterday, because it is the primary motto of the U.S. Navy SEALs. So when you put the motto of the U.S. Navy SEALs together with its timestamp of 10:30, it's another huge comm from Dan, the only easy day was yesterday. We are in a silent war. Pray tonight. The U.S. Navy SEALs are active. And again, these are some of the insignia from the U.S. Navy SEALs. So who knows if something's going to happen, but there might be something to this in terms of the comms being given. So with all that being said, is there going to be a disproportionate response to something else that's behind the scenes that we don't know about in terms of the deep state war? Is this leading up to something bigger that we don't know and that can't really be communicated at face value to the public? Again, the last week, there's been a slew of posts by President Trump and the White Hats to say, trust the plan, and that ultimately God has this. So I thought it was very interesting what the connections were. Let's see what happens, what unfolds over the next week. But remember, not all of this is random. It's not just like, oh, something's happening day after day. A lot of it is pre-planned. They understand it, and they're just playing it out in the public perspective. But other things, like the removal of this influenced deep state, all of that, the bully, so to speak, they're being dealt with as we speak. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, if you guys want to help me out, you guys know I'm listener supported. We're trying to reach our goal for this month. So if you guys want to partner with me financially, all that information is down below in the givesendgo.com link in the description. Also have PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.